Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Fight, where I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we started the MSQ again, so we started doing the patch content. And this episode we're going to go and continue doing the patch content. Alright, this will be not voice acted. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals. Despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice, and now surely we would have heard rumors or attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how I found Lyn. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land selling primals without our knowledge. 'Twould imply gross negligence on our part. Blech. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmerich's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony has given me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought you escaped with Lyn. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Oh, Vidofnir. I'm just gonna go in here because I don't even know if there is a hole on this level. Well, there's one on the other side. Yeah. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter. I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation. As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth, she wrapped herself in a dream, where the world will remember her deeds. For truth, she fought. For justice, she sinned. For redemption, she sacrificed, and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe. Such is the folly and glory of man, and of dragon. He hath entrusted a choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation? Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Azale. Would that you were here to see it. Oh.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honourable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honourable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
That gave me goosebumps. The writing is so good in Heavensward. Good soup. So, it's more than a normal amount of people in Ishgard. Right, let us not keep Sir Emeric waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me, you have given me rather a lot to digest. It's all affair with the Asgardians and the Dravalians, and our friends nowhere to be found. But soon there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks, and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Ida and Paparimo and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough. And you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. You know, I already, like, even though we have just started the patches, I'm already, like, kind of dreading having to leave Ishgard. I like Heavensward, because even, like, doing all the side content too, I've learned to, like, appreciate it even more than I already did. So that's very nice. Good design, ff14, good design. You have returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleased me to inform to you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emeric's invitation. She has? These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? I sleep enough a knife to the gut. But what happened? Will he live? The chirurgeons tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmund and Lord Arturel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flames. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like two more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in a broom. It is plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it. These fools! Okay. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found, suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and the foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Elfina and Mr. Shistola, I would have you take the charge of the investigation in the foundation. As you wish, mayhap the Taru can be of assistance as well. Me and Lynn may get the pillars. Ah, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue strike and oppose over there be joining us? Thancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet the name's Hilda, a scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian among all these illustrious personages. That's a difficult thing for me to say. I'll remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching efforts. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. Alright, here we go. We didn't start the fire. Okay. Well, we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passersby. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Ah, hi, the infamous Lord Emmeline the Fortaunt, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, then. He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen, so let's go and see him. Grizzle I would accept, but old? Ugh. Rip, mate. I mean, you do have a beard. Tends to make you look older. I may speak from experience. I am never going to shave off my beard anymore, because then I'll look like a young boy, which I do not want to be. I want to be a man. I'm a mega man now. Well, if it isn't Lynn, dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old girl? Ah, yes, the arson's dreadful business that, and awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering, while the Hopland is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear, remarkable man, not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old girl, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hopland. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment, I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old girl. I would have you know my heart yearns for but one rose. Prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hopland, Lynn, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. I like the energy between these two. Thancred does have he has this thing of wanting to be very refined and noble, but he is still a rogue at heart. Which is really nice. I like that. Bum 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 boom. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our back. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Oh, hello. You remind me of someone. Like of one of the people in the church place. Which makes sense because it's a priest. Whatever. Come, my brothers and sisters, there's food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. And all his blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There's so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Devanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor? Do you require succor as well, miss? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on for far too long. I thought I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Right. Next. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere, and it was so hot, and I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arms getting better after all. Okay, how do I get there? The end. I guess I could just jump down here. Oh. Which was not the best choice. Probably should have continued running and then jump down where the freaking Hildebrand stuff happens. Oh well. Alright. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? You'll require more than muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if you are to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Romain's Cathedral, and another near the tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the two occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishkardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. I know will doubtless have an opinion, as he is wont to do. Is this gonna lead me? Yeah, it's gonna lead me pretty close to that. Well, he's somewhere in here. Oi, kid. Where are ya? Ah, there he is. Well, there he beeth. Silence would avail you not, sir. Now, Lynn, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained the suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You've got the wrong man. Why, but you reek of oil, and are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile, look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped to the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks, he's the one who told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind, tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day, like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his ilk before. Troubled soul, manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I cannot be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Yeah. My hiccups are great. Yeah. A lot, apparently. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man he apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Artorel. Are you come to see your father? He's attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Then do not let him detain you. Do not let me detain you. And thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My Lord Artorel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. Tis little wonder, Master Alfino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Just accessories, yeah. And even still, it's all crafted stuff anyway, so whatever. I can get that for nothing.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends. Time is against us.
Ah, yes. I get to do an instance as an astrologian. Spoiler, it's an instance. Yay. With literally the job that does the least amount of damage in the game. Oh well. At least I can heal. I can give cards. Anyway. It's thematically accurate, you know. Going to show these heathens the power of astrologians. Listen well, we will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claims to have served under Thordan the Seventh. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seize control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be it as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Atwarel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you choose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield. Sir Emmerich, my arm will not falter, my shield will not break. Alone as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Ah, shit. Here we go again. See, my presence here yet goes unnoticed. Come, we must secure the entrance. Remember, saving the hostages should take precedence over all else. Mind your attacks and subdue the enemy quickly. Right, let me just this. And then just spam AoEs. As long as there's 3 enemies in any case. What are you doing? Oh, he's going to kill the refugee because he's a little bitch. Iron Bud, nice. Right. Sir, the others were taken elsewhere by Sir Simeonard. Sir Simeonard? So this is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guards. They've sounded the alarm. Can I get like a magic thing? I will hold the entrance and look after this one. Now go. There we go. Security hostage. Lynn, leave the others to us. I mean...
Down with you!
Down with you! Let's go and fuck this guy up. The barrel. Oh, please. No, don't do it. There we go. Can I help you? Nope. No, the only thing I can do is kill. By the power of my cosmic magic. Hey, I even get these now. I see. More damage, more speed. There we go. I guess I could heal him. I've noticed doing more healing than me. They took the others somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are, let not escape. I want to go back to your freaking fry place, Friar. Oh, got him. Keep going, I will hold them here. Not alone you won't. Lynn, stay with Sir Emmerich and Lord Atwarel. This way, Lynn, to the choir. Or queer? Maybe it may be called queer. I have no idea. Anyway, I don't need no help. I can take these fools on my own. Die, heathens. I wish I get a little bit closer so I can hit you with the AoEs. Nice. No! Why would you kill the one I'm targeting? I can see some horses over there. I remember those buggers. Oh. Well, yes, but it's not the way I was supposed to go, apparently. Run. The boat. Sir Simonard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Okay, now they activated the horses. Loud they coming. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it is by trial, then. Lord Arterel, Lynn, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simonard. Yeah. Okay. Well, I run around to ask your judgment, raise up the righteous and cast down the wicked. Come, let us see you whom the Fury favors. We're still wounded, Lynn. If you not move quickly, he will surely fall. Yes, we have to kill enemies quickly. As I, you know, am definitely a high DPS job. Well, it'll be good enough though. It could even be that it's like that like scales depending on which job you're doing this with. Alright, let's go and free you from your bonds. There we go. So you got us with where? Probably on the other side. Perhaps. Traitor Kinslayer, by what sorcery do you yet stand? Enough, all of you attack! Get that bitch! Also, Jesus, you need to get him. Oh, hello, can I please? Sinor's nearby, come in. Sir Emmerich needs our help. I will run as fast as my hero legs can take me. Which is not very quickly. I like how the lighting in this place is just entirely different now. So it's more like grey instead of golden. Well then, let us finish this. For the eyes of the gods. Simonard of the holiest flame. We will see how holy, like if your flame is holy enough. We're going to do this. Look at him going for the healer and not doing any damage. Damn, bro, you suck. There we go. Just one more. Then did I get? Give me that ranged part. For extra damage! One day, I swear, you will. And sheaves one of her cards, stabs his freaking Stitch's throat. Nice. Fury be praised. He took melee. You must hurry. The priest took melee upstairs when he saw you kill his men. Have no fear, child. We will save you, friend. Alright. I think cutscene now, yeah? Yes.
Where is he? Where is he?
Insert Batman.
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
What? But I... Vidafne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Jovanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefon in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
No! God, son of a bitch. Alphino said. So this has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidafnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well timed scarcely does it justice. But one moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgarians, who yet harbor doubts, will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, it's only me that I informed Tatar of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fort Tom's Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tatara would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Lynn. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? Got on well enough with Hilda. He held his own in the vault, I would say. That he did, which is especially remarkable given the injury to his eye. I can only assume that his time in the wilderness has afforded him ample opportunity to compensate for his impairment. However, I speak not of his physical state, but rather his aesthetic flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Kral may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last. Alright. Is that Gordon Ramsay? Okay, Gordon Ramsay. Alright. Sure, why not? Why in the heckums not? Alright, let me do this. Is this voice acted or not?
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
I wonder, can I... Oh shit. If I make it really small.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zemail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count? You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horsefon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Horsefon. Will you be a sister to me as well? Come, Manalaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows. of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Ow. Stupid cat. I can't have a moment of my life. FYI. Just got attacked again. Yay, more scratches on my arm. Alright, more. Oh. This is thy proof? The Garen oracles? Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning and of the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Guardians are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. And even more. Well, everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit him. I fear it will be bloody. My Rhalgr it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them. Every one. Is that the end of all the cutscenes? Yes. So it goes. So we get the Heavensward Tom's shield and a wind-up push swap. Sadka. What the heck is... Just heard a noise. What's that gonna check out again? Right, of course, the achievement. I think it gives me a title, right? Yeah. Heavensward Tom's Knight. Anyway, my friends, hope you enjoyed this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we're gonna go and deal with more MSQ. Adios.